Next, let's go to this information. Well, we still have the superintendent's report. We don't want to forget about that, but let's go to this information next. Let's see, what's that? Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I see the action on here. Item number 17, high school graduation course requirements task force. Why don't we turn this over to Member Belknap to explain this, where you've been. Are you ready to talk about it?
We thought this would be a much easier task force than it was, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on here, but we called it the Graduation Task Force. But as we've gotten going, we're realizing across our own country there are different ways to earn credit or to receive credit. And so the scope has changed or made an addition to not just graduation credits, but how you earn those credits. And so we actually gave you a breakdown of what we're looking at and to be accomplished, and full implementation of maybe some recommendations or changes in the year 20, does that say 2025? Yes. Full implementation by 2025.
So in this,
So-
there's the original task force, the proposed new change, scope of work with timeline, the timeline is covered on here. And so we're seeking a motion that it takes the board to approve task force, but in this one here, we're approving the updated scope of work and timeline for this task force. So I'm seeking sorry. Board Member Brittany Cummins.
I have a question.
Okay.
The timeline is really long. And when we first looked at, when we first put this task force out, it was kind of, what are some of those things that we're requiring of high school students that may not be necessary. Do you think it's possible that this task force would be able to have maybe some preliminary recommendations that would be temporary changes, or do you feel like those recommendations are just going to need to come right at the end?
If you look at this, we're hoping to have a really nice framework by 2020. And it really is going to take that long. I mean, even our first group of people we met with, from students through higher ed, I mean, just gathering that information and putting that together it's just huge. I'm just telling you, it takes a long time. So we're hoping to have a really nice framework by 2020. If we could speed it up and get full implementation earlier, we'd love that.
Any further questions or comments? It's gonna die lack of emotion.
Oh, I will.
Oh, here we go. We've got him jump. Board Member Belknap.
Yep, I'd like to make a motion that we approve this task force continuation.
We have a motion and a second. Not seeing any discussion. Let's vote. Oh, I do. Board Member Hanson.
I just think it's too long. I mean, I think it's a great task force, but 3 to 4 years is too long, especially on a board like this, where we change board members every 2 years, trying to get people back up to speed every time there's an election, and changing and putting new task force members on. We did that with the licensing task force. I think 3 to 4 years is too long.
Oh, clarity. I just got clarity.
Board Member Belknap.
I don't know why I talked. Why didn't we just have Patty do it in the first place? But that's okay. Sorry, it is 2021 for implementation, but by 2025, that's when the first ninth graders will have completed full implementation. Sorry. So it is 2021 for the beginning of it. 2025 is when ninth graders will have gone through the whole, from beginning to end. That makes better sense, doesn't it?
Okay. We have a motion to approve the updated scope and timeline for the task force. Any other comment? Seeing none, let's vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Voting is unanimous.